A week ago, I posed a question in my community tab asking who's the current most underappreciated 49ers player. And you guys provided really good answers in the comment section. Thank you again for posting your responses. But I wanted to make a video on who I think is the most underappreciated 49ers player or players. I agree with a lot of folks, but when I think about this, two people come to mind. Two players. When we look at the top players the 49ers have, these two hardly get listed or don't get listed at all. They're not as flashy, the numbers aren't there, and we do sort of take them for granted. Health has played a major role. Maybe that is the main reason why they don't get mentioned enough. At least they've had issues staying on the football field, but I think they are just as valuable, and those two guys are named Jaquiski Tartt and Jimmy Ward. Both of these players have been affected with injuries that have kept them off the field for the better part of their career. But this past year, they both were the healthiest they've ever been. And we were able to see the results. I mean, it elevated this defense to newer levels. Yes, pass rush, elite, #1 in the league. Linebackers, again, I made a video on them. You can argue they're the best group in the league. But it seems like the secondary, for the most part, don't get the love that I think it deserves. And it starts with these two. And like I said, the numbers aren't there. They're not going to be there. If Bosa's picking up a sack, Eric, Buckner last year were picking up sacks, then that leaves little to do out in the open field. Speaking of numbers, let's just jump right into them. I mean, Tartt, again, most games he's played was last year in his career, 12 games, 2 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, half a sack. On the flip side, Jimmy Ward almost tells the same story. Most games he's played up to this point, 8 pass deflections, 1 sack. But with these two, you can't even look at the numbers. Just watch some games. Just watch the film and look at how physical these guys play. I mean, they really set the tone, throwing their bodies around, sacrificing their bodies to make tackles. I mean, setting the tone. I think everyone in the 49ers defense sets the tone. We all have some big hitters there outside of maybe Witherspoon, but everyone lays the hammer when the opportunity presents itself. And it's no different with Ward and Tartt. Tartt, I feel like, is very underrated when it comes to manning up with your tight end or running back in those 3rd and short situations. Has the ability to go on the blitz when his number is called. Ward, on the flip side, can also go up and cover the tight end. He did play corner earlier in his career, so he can get in the box and, play man-to-man if needed. Both are extremely great tacklers, in my opinion. Jimmy Ward had pass deflections in critical moments this season, and Tartt can just be an extra linebacker when you need him to. I mean, Saleh really was finding creative ways to get Tartt and Ward involved, and he was able to because they're flexible in that way. Like I said, Ward played corner. He can man up, play in the box, and he's a free safety. Tartt, more of a box safety most of the time, but again, he has the ability to be that extra linebacker when you need him to. And they both work well together. I mean, they aren't the top of the top safeties. If you were to ask me who the top safeties were, I'd name Jamal Adams, Earl Thomas, even though he lost a step or two, Derwin James, Harrison Smith. So there's definitely guys who are better at the position, but these guys work well together. This might be a better tandem than it is more about the individual player. And the chemistry is there between these two. They've been playing for 5+ years now. So all I'm saying is, when we discuss the defense, the #1 passing defense at that, I get that we first mentioned this elite pass rush. We also mentioned the elite linebackers, but let's not forget about the work Tartt and Ward have done when they have been able to stay healthy on the football field. Some people say secondary is our biggest weakness, and to that I say, yeah, that's because the rest of the team is really, really great. But I'll also say, enjoy this while you can, because taking a quick glimpse at what 2021 will look like, the secondary could be completely different. Tartt will be an unrestricted free agent, so it's a contract year, along with Sherman, Witherspoon, and K'Wan Williams. So the 49ers should still be able to get one more crack at the Lombardi Trophy this year, and having Ward and Tart healthy will be just as critical as it was this past year when we were on our quest for 6. Anyways, guys, let me get your thoughts in the comment section below about the level of play of Ward and Tart this past season. What did you find that maybe they were really good at? Maybe what are some areas of improvement for this year? But yeah, appreciate you watching as always, and we will see you on the next one, guys. Peace.